Greetings and welcome to our Power Pages video. So in this video we're going to cover Power Pages, which of course is the Power Portal. So if you want to have a portal tied to your Dynamics 365 or a Power App product so that you can surface information to your clients for them to be able to get some sort of self-service type feature. For example, if you have a customer service and you have work orders or trouble tickets you want them to see, or if in our demo we're going to have a scenario where we have a fictitious bike wholesaler company and they're going to have orders, and that their retail customer channel is going to have access to create orders and review orders and things of that nature. So portals have been around for a long time. The great thing about, and we've done them over the years, this particular new product, relatively new product with Microsoft, the exciting thing about that is the way that they've designed the Power Pages. It goes together quicker and faster, and it's a good low code, inexpensive solution compared to what we've done in the past. We actually have a group right now that we're having some discussions around options with this, and so I thought it'd be a good video to put together so they could kind of get an overview of what we're talking about. So I thought it'd be great to put it on YouTube and share it with everybody. So the first part of the video is going to be a demo, and so that we've got a Power Apps application and the portal, and that we'll go through that. And then at the end, if you want to see, I put together a second part, which is a technical overview that shows the screens and some of the setup. So if you'd like to see some of the highlights of the technical parts, stick around for the whole video. So, and always, if you've got any questions, leave them in the comments, and hope you enjoy the video.
Okay, so we're going to get started with the first part, which is essentially a demo. We're going to show the actual application and then the portal and how some of those components, how they go together. So the first thing we're going to start with is we've got this model-driven app. It's called Key Customer Orders, and it is essentially it's very much like a CRM or a Dynamics 365 CRM app. We've got the same accounts, the contacts, orders, and products. So it's a very simplified, we're doing in this particular case, we're using a bike company scenario. So for example, if we are the wholesaler and we have these bike retail companies that are coming to us for products, ordering those products, and we're going to set up a self-service ordering online system so that they can take care of orders, look at orders, check status through this portal. Is a Power App. Power Pages. So to start with, let me show you, this is the within the app, and this, like I said, it could be, all this could be done. This is a Power Apps, but it could just as easily be a CRM. And so let's show the for the accounts here. Obviously we have a couple of different bike shops. The way that it's going to work here, we'll go grab we'll do Johnny here. So the way this thing's worked, we've got, for example, Johnny's an employer for this particular company. He's with Big Mike's, which is the company name, and so he would periodically need to go place orders for products. Okay, so if we go over here to the order screen, I can go in there and we'll order up some, let's see here what we want. We'll call it December water bottle. So this is a December, spell check there. So we'll do this with Johnny. And Johnny, let's just give it some kind of PO number there. And in this case, we're going to do a standard 5-pack water bottle. We've got, just to kind of familiarize you with some of these different fields that we're capturing. Salesperson, Brian Stevens, I'm the salesperson, which is essentially the owner of the record. And of course, we can have all types of granular control over these types of, manager, salesperson, all that. Order the default is that it's submitted. As the order cycles through, we can have in process, ship, back ordered, all the normal things that we do with orders. And so we're buying a 5-pack, and I want to get 10 of those. And what we're doing here is this information right here for the pricing and the description. Once I click save, I've got some workflow in the background, and that's going to populate that and give us our values, running some things in the background there. So it's $18 for a 5-pack, $180 for the 10. The description, standard 20-ounce water bottle, 5-pack. Okay, so that kind of gives you an idea here where, we're working with these orders. We can see here that, if I sort these, I can come down here and look at Johnny Corona, and I can see that water bottle order got added. Okay, so pretty basic stuff here. And I will say, by design, it's very streamlined. I made it very simplistic. Obviously, if we were going to use, for example, the Dynamics 365, they have a full quote, order, invoice process with very complex, lot of line items and different things that we can do with those. This by design has been simplified significantly to try to just give us a basic illustration of what's going on. Also, to show you what we do, I've got this Jim is a person that I've got in the portal, and so this is some of his information here. So these are the orders that he's got in play. And so these are the ones we'll work with on the portal. So let's go back to, these are obviously views. We can slice and dice that as needed. So now let's go and let's go over to the actual portal itself and take a look. Okay, so now we're over into our portal. And you can see here that we've got, I've basically labeled it, online ordering system. Welcome to our portal. Very simplistic design. We've got Jim over here. We've gone through the registration invitation process with him, got him set up so he can get in there and access the portal. So let's go over here, get off of the home page, just over to the orders page. The initial list that I've set up here is the kind of a summary screen, if you will, of the different ones. And you notice it's just Jim's information. We've got it filtering out just for him. The next section here is for an area where we can create an order. And then we've also got an area where we have more detailed. So we've got all of Jim's orders, including, the description, the PO number, product, the unit price, quantity, extended price, order status. And obviously we can sort that information so we can go in there and say, okay, which ones got delivered, and process, see how we can kind of do some management there. So, and then obviously this is being a web-based environment. A lot of this is customizable. Layout, all the different things, So let's add an order. So let's do we'll do a water bottle, much like we did with Johnny Corona. So let's go in here. And so notice here, just to mention this. So you notice under the contacts, we've got it security set up so that, Jim is the only one from his login that he can see and manage. And we have all types of security provisions. Obviously, you wouldn't want Jim being able to go in and select somebody from another company, especially. But there are a lot of granular security options for this particular case. I've got him just doing his own. So he's going to order just for himself. And then let's just throw some numbers together here just for some kind of PO. And then we're looking for that standard water bottle 5-pack. And in his case, let's say he is going to need 15 of those. And then what we've got it set up to do is once you complete this just basic line item order, once you hit submit here, I've got it where it's programmed, where it goes back to the home page for a refresh so that I can start over and come back to that screen. That's kind of the way I got it set up. Obviously, we can do it different than that. I just trying to add a little bit of some changes there to kind of show how we can customize some of this. So if we go in there, let's go see if we got the water bottle, and there it is right there, and it's submitted. And so we can go down here and let's just see if we can find it. There it is again. So the water bottle has now been added to his system. So it's gone in there with the submitted option. So now what we need to do is let's go back over to the Power app and let's go take a look at it over there. So now let's go over, let's take a look at that water bottle order. And so there's the quantity 15, unit price 18, and the information. Let's go say that we're now working that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put it as in process. We'll save and close. And let's say that this December saddle order, let's change that one. It was in process. So let's go change that to, we'll do that one to shipped. So we've made two changes. We've done the water bottle in process, and we've done the December saddle order to shipped. We could do December tape. We can do that. That's good enough. So let's go back home here. Now we need to go back over to the portal and see what Jim sees. Okay, so now we're back over to the portal. Let's go to the home page first here, and then we'll come back over to our pages. All right, so December saddle order now is showing as shipped here. And let's go look for that water bottle order. Should go from submitted to in process. So there you go. So you can see here how we're getting the orders can be self-service where we can input them in. We can also check on the orders. This particular portal could be used for a number of different things. Obviously, this is one good sample here. We've also got things like, for customer service. You could do work orders. You could do ticketing to check up on that, to find out if somebody's working on something. Years ago, we had a client where we had a partner portal, much like this, whereby it was their, customer base, and they would register deals and things of that nature. The options here are rather vast, and definitely the Power Pages are an excellent way to be able to leverage that data that you use day to day within your environment, whether it's Power Pages or Power Apps or Dynamics 365 CRM, and extend that data out to your customers for a better customer experience. Okay, so on to the behind the scenes technical portion of the video. I mentioned in the intro, after the demo, I would go through a couple of the technical pieces. So to start with, what we've got here is the actual the Power Apps. So as if you've worked in Power Apps, then you recognize this screen. And just to point out, we've got I downloaded a trial version. It's a 30-day trial for the Power Pages, and you can see here that that has a time limit on it, so 24 more days. When I did that, it set up a unique environment that was specific for my Power Pages trial, and I put all of the customizations of the Power Pages along with the model-driven app, which I used. The CRM-based Power Apps model-driven app is in this environment here, so that I'm keeping everything together. And then you can see here I have the Power Pages Dev 1, so that is the Power Pages site. Then we have the key customers orders. That is the model-driven app that I built. That I did in the demo. That's the basic CRM, the Bike Company CRM app. Then the portal management is something that it sets up, and that is exactly what it says. It's an app to manage the portal. And so we have these things that get set up. Now, to mention something here, when you sign up for the trial, then it will give you a option to set up these sites. And I downloaded and you can set up the sites, use the templates. Now, for my particular case, I did not want to use one of those templates because I had a specific demo I wanted to do and show, which included a CRM type, whether, and this could either have been done with the Dynamics 365 or like I did it with the Power Apps, whereby we have a order entry with a customer wanting to be able to do an online self-ordering system. And so I wanted that as my demo. So I basically downloaded one of the templates, I wiped it out and started over. And so mine's more or less custom. But if you did want to just download the trial, you can do that, and it will give you some templates and some samples, and you can go in and use that if you'd like. So to give you some more information on the other components, let's jump over to, we'll go over to the website. So now we're over in the Power Pages website. And here, let me back up here and I'll just show you really quick. So what I could have done there is I basically am doing this and I'm doing the edit option, and that's going to jump me over here to that. So the way that this is going to work is it's a Power Pages gives you sign up for it. It gives you an option to create a URL. And then, so if you're using this, for example, you could put this on your public facing website with a link. And this links back to a custom website that's set up in Power Pages that then is linked back to whatever application, whether it's Dynamics 365 application or whether it's a Power Apps application, whatever application you're connecting this back to, it sets up its own URL, and then there's a number of different options. I'm not going to go into all those details, but basically what we're doing is we're setting up a web page that's intent and purpose is to connect back to a Power App. And so with that, it has the typical, I've used the different web authoring tools for different applications. And so this is no different than that. You can go in, you can change the color. We've got stylings. For, since the demo, actually, just to give you a quick example, I went in and did I added some images. I'll show them to you later on. But obviously, you can do any kind of changes. You can do text blocks, images, logos. You can actually go in and put code in here as well. So it's a website. It's a regular website that's just designed and set up with the controls in order to synchronize with the Power Apps using low-code technology. So for a couple of things here, we've already showed you the styling. Let's go with this is the data. You can see here how I'm using the different data, and then we've got the tables that we have available. And if I come down here to the setup, this will show you a few things that are kind of nice. So this is the actual URL. So for example, if I wanted my customers to be able to access, I've got mine set up as a private website. So you actually have to have, if you hit the link and you don't have, there's an invitation registration process and it's a private website, but you can make these public. That's where the site visibility is part of that. And right now mine's private. But under identity providers, there has to be some type of process whereby we have the, in my case, in contacts with your customers, be able to log in. I've got just the local sign in, the Azure Active Directory, and then you can see here how we can leverage some of these other options. Probably for a production environment, I would use the Google and Microsoft. Maybe some of these other ones, you can activate them and then configure them. And let's see here. So let's show the site visibility here one more time, and you can see how there's different options here to do that. Let's go to permissions. So these are the tables that I have, and this is how I get the security that we've implemented. And during the demo, you notice that if I'm a contact and I was Jim Beach, I could only see Jim Beach information. So This is where we do that. We have a security model in here where we can create these ones where we have different access type. In this case, contacts that are connected, they can only do contact access instead of global access. And then for the other more granular, we can do whether they can read, write, delete. You know, the normal permissions, it's got a full granular based system. I'm going to cancel out of this so that we can keep the settings because I want those to stay. And then if we come up here to the pages, and then I'll go to the top and we'll show you this is the welcome screen or the home page, and you can see here where it's got the URL that gets set up, and of course I put it in as a dev, you know, Stevens data, Power Pages dev dot powerappsportals.com. It's a private site. And then let's go to the, let's see if I can show you that. Okay, so this is the portal. I did make just a basic change here. So this is our home screen that go to, you see we have Jim Beach still is the person that's logged in. And I have these two pages. I've been going over to the orders create. On this other page where you'd put possibly just some information, you see here I uploaded a picture of a cyclist. I've got the instructions on this page says please go to Orzo. This is a situation whereby, you know, we could do our graphics, we could do notifications on this page if we wanted to put that, and then from there we can obviously go. This is where we were working, and the other one is in this orders area where we can create orders, do the self-service. But you can see how the I saw one person online, they said it looks very much like a WordPress application, web authoring tools. I have not used WordPress. I've used other different products, and I can tell you that it does work in a similar fashion to the ones that I've used. Okay, so now I've clicked back over to the okay, so now I've navigated back over to our Power Apps, and I want to talk about the portal management. This particular application is exactly what it says. It provides for management of the portal and the various sites that you might have. And you know, even though this is, you're going to find out, even though it is low code, there is some complexity involved here. And so as you build out these sites and give access and invite people and manage a lot of this, there is a lot to kind of wrap your head around, if you will. But let's go down to just to give you some basics here. So if we go to the contacts, you can see here how we have the active contacts. This management portal is because we've got it connected back to that particular application. You can see how we have Jim Beach here, and then we've got his web authentication. I've got his user information and some of the other things in here. The way this works is I can go in and I can create. They have invitations, and so I can create an invitation here and go through that process to get an invitation out, and then you worked with the customer to facilitate getting them connected and that kind of thing. I've worked with other different portals. We've had portals in the past. This is always in a little bit of a process, if you will, to get all of the customers set up. The Power Pages one that they have currently, it's not as elegant as it could be. I'm guessing because this is such a new product, they'll probably refine it, but I did get my user connected. And then of course the other, here's all the different websites. The design that I'm on is this site design 02. You can see it's active over here. But this is a lot. I'm not going to go into all these settings and everything, but that's some of the management pieces. And then let's see here. Let's go back. Let's see if I can get back over. There we go. Okay, so now we're back over to the just the entry Power Pages home screen, and this is kind of where I'm going to stop. The just to kind of finish up here, the purpose of this portal is, in my case, I did a self-service scenario whereby somebody's ordering products, following up on their orders. The same thing can be used for, as I said before, customer service. If you had work orders, tickets, anything we need to take that's in our internal environment and surface that to a customer to make for better self-service customer information. Obviously, companies been doing that for a long time, and this is just going to be a kind of a quicker way to market because it is a low-code option. Where in the past we had options obviously available then and have been using them for years, but this one is just a little bit newer and easier to implement. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments, and thanks for watching.